Hi, it's Ken Ham, President of Advanced Genesis Creation Museum, the Ark Encounter, and I'm here in Arkansas. I think that's where I am. And I'm in Arkansas?
I think so. That's what it said on the sign.
So I'm here in Arkansas and at the Teach Them Diligently convention. You can see our booth here if you look around. And I didn't bring my normal microphones, and so I've improvised here, and I'm using these. And you can at least hear me, so that's good. And have a special guest with me today, who happens to be the person in charge of the Teach Them Diligently Homeschool Convention. And here we have a number of exhibit booths around here, and I have with me David Nunnery. That's what it says here, right on this badge,
that's
David
right.
Nunnery.
That's right.
I've known David for quite a number of years now.
Yep.
And Teach Them Diligently. So you head up these homeschool conventions, and you run them in different places across the nation.
Yes. This is the first one. The series, we have 4. The next one next week is going to be in Nashville, Tennessee, and then we'll be in Sandusky, Ohio later on in April 20th through the 22nd, and then we'll be in Atlanta, Georgia, May 11th through the 13th.
Now, I did a keynote last night here, and am I speaking in Sandusky?
Not this year.
Not this year. Next year?
Next year you're going to be in Nashville.
Oh, Nashville. Okay. So I'm doing the Nashville one. I never know where I'm going. You know that? I just look at my calendar and think, oh, I've actually gone to the airport a couple of times. I did this about 2 weeks ago, and he said, "Where are you going to?" And I said, I don't know. I know I'm going somewhere. I had to search for some ticket or something. I went to my Delta app and found out where I was going. That's what I did.
Yeah, so, I've been in that position before.
So, David, tell us, the homeschool conventions, why do you put these on, and what's different about them compared to other homeschool conventions?
Well, I think our main focus is about discipleship. So we don't really focus, as you can see, there's a lot of exhibitors here that are selling curriculum, they sell resources, and there's a lot of really great stuff, and it's a lot of fun to be in here. But the main purpose of reason why we do this is that homeschooling is about discipleship. And we really see it as part of the Great Commission. We believe the Great Commission starts in the home, and we want you to teach your kids about Jesus Christ. We want them to come to know the Lord, and then we want them to raise them up with the idea that they are the future missionaries. And they're going to go out into the world, they're going to glorify God, they're going to tell people about Christ, and they're going to change the world. And that's really where this starts, is it starts in the home, and we present that at these events, and we go on for about 2.5 days. We have about 14 sessions that happen at the same time, and there's a lot of great stuff. We have great speakers like Ken Ham.
And you're pretty selective as to which speakers you use, right?
We do. We're really careful. Matter of fact, in terms of science curriculum, all of the curriculum that is here, it tells about creation from a young earth perspective.
And that's one of the differences between you and some of the other homeschool conventions that aren't necessarily as discerning in that way.
Absolutely.
So now it's called Teach Them Diligently, and you can get a focus here on your shirt. Look, see, there we are. There's a logo right there. Now I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Yeah.
So have you been to the Creation Museum?
Absolutely. I've been several times.
Good. That makes sense because I've seen you there. And what about this one over here? Bigger than imagination.
That's right.
Have you been to the Ark yet?
We plan on going this year, very soon.
Okay, I just want to make sure of that.
We have to get through the conventions first, and then we'll head there for sure. Coming
to the Ark. Yeah, I know you've been to the Creation Museum many times. Actually, it's interesting. Being down here in Arkansas, I spoke last night. Did the keynote last night, spoke this morning. I'm going to speak again very, very soon here. Have to go and get ready soon to speak again. Now I'm speaking tonight.
You are?
Speaking tomorrow. Then I'm speaking Sunday morning at Cross Church, which is just down the road from where we are here at this convention center.
That's right.
And then Sunday night in somewhere near Berryville, I think it is, something like that.
Yeah.
Out in the country. But they can go to our website. And actually we're pinning the link direct to your website, Teach Them Diligently, right at the top here in the comments, so you can get that. And then I'll get our social media team to pin where I'll be underneath that also this weekend. And then Monday morning I'm doing some school assemblies at the Cross Church. We're having high schoolers come in and kindergarten through grade 6, and I do their school assemblies that the secularists absolutely hate. And even tweeting about being here at the Teach Them Diligently conference, and tweeting about what I'm doing this weekend and speaking to the kids, I get the secularists, the tolerant secularists that go on and they say I should be jailed for child abuse because I'm teaching kids that God made them and that God offers them a free gift of salvation. Do you get the same sort of thing?
I definitely have seen some of those.
And they're so tolerant because they want to train them to not believe in God.
That's right.
And they want to train them that life is totally purposeless and meaningless and hopeless, and they want to train them when you die, you're done, which is why I don't understand why they get so upset about us. Because if when you die, you're done, why do they care what we do anyway?
That's good logic.
So what about next year? You told us where you think some of them be. I'll be in Nashville next year.
Most definitely. Nashville will be March 8th through the 10th.
Is that at that big Opryland?
Gaylord Opryland, so don't get lost in there. But
no, that's a massive. I've been there many times. Been there for the National Religious Broadcasters Convention. I've spoken to you there before and some other conventions there.
Yep.
And it's only about a 4-hour drive, by the way, from Ark Encounter and from the Creation Museum. So it'll be easy for people to get. We'll have to do some sort of deal. If people come to the Nashville one to get to the Ark or something.
I think we need to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that.
We'll come up with something special for these guys.
Yeah, we'll do that. And we have Todd Friel here at this conference.
We do, and he will actually be at the rest of our conferences as well.
Oh, will he?
Yeah.
The rest of the ones this year.
Absolutely.
If you love Todd Friel, and Todd Friel's a great friend, and I get on well with him. He's one of those guys that believes the Bible. That's why we get on so well.
You have definitely something in common there.
And he believes the Bible right from the very first verse.
Yeah.
So, David, what else are you involved with? You don't just teach them diligently.
No, we have a mission board called Worldwide Tent Makers, and it is based on using the marketplace for the gospel. So we help people understand how they can use their trade, how they can use their job, how they can use their business to spread the gospel across the world. And it's the way the Lord meant it. I mean, Paul made tents, so it's called Worldwide Tent Makers. It's based on Acts 18, and so check it out. It's at worldwidetentmakers.com.
And you also know Dan Wooster, who heads up Camp Infinity.
Camp Infinity. He does a robotics program at every single one of our events. It's a lot of fun, very popular.
And he's got a booth here, and actually Camp Infinity, you can find out about that from our website as well, because we actually partner with them in doing those STEM camps and have young people come up, and they stay not far from the Creation Museum and the Ark, and they do STEM camps there, and they're very, very popular, actually.
Yeah, it's a great program.
And you can find out more about that there. Just give people a little feel. Let's walk out here, David.
Okay.
We'll just look down the aisle down here. We won't go through the whole convention center here or the exhibit hall. We'll get tangled up with too many people, but you get the idea. That there's all sorts of people who exhibit here, and more on each side. We just can't see them all. And of course, here we have our Answers in Genesis booth, and there are people in workshops right now. It's sort of a little slow time right now because there are people doing workshops. How many workshops at a time do you have now?
We have about 14 to 15, depending on the hour. Right now, actually, is lunch. And we'll start back up at 1 o'clock. That's when you're speaking.
Okay. So they're all out eating right now?
They're all out eating, or they're in here.
Well, after I speak, we always have people come pouring in here.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Getting the resources. So teach them diligently. We love what David Nunnery does through Teaching Diligently, which is a series of homeschool conventions across the nation. And again, you want to run through, people can go and look at the top comment and they can see the link there.
Absolutely.
And find out. But you want to run through the rest of the cities for this year?
Okay, so next week is going to be Nashville, Tennessee. And it starts on Thursday, goes Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then the one after that is in Sandusky, Ohio, April 20th to the 22nd. And then Atlanta, Georgia, which is May 11th through the 13th.
And then hopefully in Nashville next year.
Nashville next year, so that will be March 8th through the 10th, and you'll be speaking, keynoting for us in Nashville.
In that one, March 8th through 10th next year.
And if you think this one is big, that one is really big.
That was really big.
Yep.
How many do you get at that one normally?
About 10, 11,000.
10, 11,000. How many do you have this one? This is
a
smaller one.
Yeah, I would say this one's right around 4,000 to 5,000.
4,000 to 5,000.
Yeah.
And when people go to the one in Nashville, even this year, just to keep in mind that they're only a 4-hour drive from the Ark and from the Creation Museum.
Oh, yeah.
So it'd be easy for them to zip up there and go through
I would recommend you go.
And go through the Creation Museum. Well, I've got to get ready to go and speak, so I thought you'd just like to meet David Nunnery from Teach Them Diligently. and be here at this homeschool convention right here in Arkansas, Rogers, Arkansas. Actually, it is Rogers, isn't it?
It is Rogers, Arkansas.
And I don't think I haven't spoken at a homeschool convention in Arkansas before. I can remember. Certainly not one of yours. So
this is our first year.
Oh, this is your first year
here in Rogers.
That's great. Okay, so that's where I am today. I'm not sure I am tomorrow, but I know today I'm right here. Oh no, I'm here tomorrow too. And then Sunday at the church, Sunday night somewhere out in the country, and Monday back at the church. So anyone in this area, if you want to hear a creation apologetics presentation, I've still got some more to give here at the Teach Them Diligently convention, and then Sunday morning at Cross Church down the road, Sunday night near Berryville. But look it up, and then Monday morning for the kids of all ages. But look it up on our website, and we'll pin that link there as well. Well, David, thanks for being with us.
All right,
and thanks for inviting me to the convention, and we look forward to the rest of what goes on here the next couple of days.
All right, thank you.